But for now, let's revert our attention to live visuals coming in from the Delhi airport. Manu Bhaker, as you know, was on a roll at the Paris Olympics and she has just touched down, arrived in India. She's in Delhi at the moment and she's been given a hero's welcome, which is truly deserved. Double medal winner at the Paris Olympics, Manu Bhaker said that she would like to become one of the greatest sports persons. She also stated that hosting the Olympics in India soon would be a good boon for the nation. In fact, as you're well aware, Manu Bhaker made history for India at the Paris Olympics, winning two 10-meter air pistol bronze medals that made her the first Indian post-independence to win two medals at the same Olympics, besides becoming the country's only woman shooter to win a medal at the Games. Those are live visuals coming in from the Delhi airport at the moment. Star shooter Manu Bhaker has also been confirmed as India's flag bearer for the closing ceremony of the Paris Olympics on Sunday. It's no surprise that she created history for India at the grandest stage. She opened the Olympics medal account for India with her podium finish in the individual 10-meter air pistol event. She doubled India's tally when she joined forces with Sarabjot Singh to bag the 10-meter air pistol mixed team bronze. And now she has returned to Delhi to a hero's welcome. Rishika Barua is with us over the phone line. Rishika, the champions' homecoming, nothing short of a hero's welcome?
Well, absolutely, and she doesn't deserve anything short of a hero's welcome. She is the India star shooter. She's, of course, been confirmed as India's flag bearer for the closing ceremony of the Paris Olympics on Sunday as well. But creating history, really, at the world stage for India, Manu Bhaker has just landed back in the national capital. She opened the Olympic 2024 medal account for our country, podium finish in the individual 10-meter air pistol event, and then she went on to double India's tally when she joined forces with Sarabjot Singh to bag the 10-meter air pistol mixed bronze event. The only woman in shooting to have won two medals. She scripted history, and what you can see there on your screens, of course, is the hero's welcome that Manu Bhaker has gotten as she lands back in the national capital. So a day after being India's flag bearer for the closing ceremony, she expressed her gratitude to the Indian Olympic Association on Monday. She's, of course, said that she is looking forward to raising the Indian flag with immense pride in Paris. So Manu Bhaker said that it's an honor and privilege to be named as India's flag bearer for the closing ceremony, and leading this outstanding Indian contingent with the tricolour in my hands with millions around the world watching is a truly humbling opportunity, one that I will cherish forever. It's going to be very interesting to see, like I said, how this plays out, because Manu Bhaker has only just about begun. She is 22 years old. And she's finished fourth in the 25-meter pistol competition after becoming the first athlete to win two medals. So, what viewers must know here is that she missed creating hat-trick by an absolute whisker. The 22-year-old won two bronze medals in a span of just 3 days at the Paris Games, and she missed her hat-trick by a whisker. But it is a hero's welcome that she has gotten. The Prime Minister also called up Manu Bhaker and congratulated her as she made history for India at the Paris Olympics. And it's going to be very interesting to see what lies ahead as far as Manu Bhaker is concerned. The country has celebrated her win. The country has congratulated her, from the likes of the Prime Minister to PT Usha. Manu Bhaker has spoken with everyone in the last couple of days. Messages of congratulations been pouring in. But it is indeed one of those very, very proud moments as far as women, as far as the women contingent in the Indian Olympics is concerned, Parmeshwar. Manu Bhaker, opens India's account in terms of a woman winning not one but two medals. So she's created history in that sense as far as the Paris Olympics is concerned. And of course, now we have another medal to look forward to. Vinesh Phogat also creating history by becoming the first medal hopeful in terms of women in wrestling at the Paris Olympics. That final match is later today, and of course she's assured silver, but we are all rooting that she does get a gold. Just to talk a little more about Manu Bhaker, like I said, she is just 22 years old, and India's first to win two Olympic medals in a single edition of the Paris Games. There was earlier a video of her parents arriving at the airport, which had surfaced, confirming her return, of course. And she's going to become the first markswoman from India to win an Olympic medal when she took home the bronze. And then, of course, she teamed up with Sarabjot Singh to win the bronze in the mixed event as well, creating history. And, just to also give our viewers a sense of the kind of excitement which is palpable on the ground there at the Delhi airport this morning. Of course, her family is there, her friends are there. Her parents were seen arriving earlier this morning, confirming, of course, that she is in fact landing in Delhi. And heroes welcome there. She's been garlanded. She's, presumably on the top of one of those vehicles that is that she's driving out of the airport in. Met with blessings, met with greetings, met with flowers. It is a grand welcome for Manu Bhaker and her coach as they land back in the national capital. India's just with the Olympics doesn't end just here. We're hopeful of rooting for a bronze as far as the hockey match today is concerned, and rooting for a gold for Vinesh Phogat, who would also have created history by becoming the first woman to win a medal in wrestling at the Paris Games. So, stage set for some big wins, and the stage is set for some big comebacks as well as our heroes come back home. The proverbial red carpet being laid out for them, as of course we will celebrate each of their arrivals. We will welcome each of them back, and celebrations will follow, commemorations will follow. There will of course be official engagements with government functionaries. There will be several events going forward that will of course mark India's performance at the Paris Games. We're assured a medal in wrestling as well, like I said, so looking forward to that today. But one Olympic medalist, Manu Bhaker there, who's created history in her own right, 22-year-old, creating history there at the Paris Games by becoming the only Indian to have won 2 medals in a single edition of the Games. And what a welcome she's gotten back.
Manu Bhaker was actually trolled for failing at the Tokyo Olympics when she was just 19. Now at 22, her bronze medal, which opened India's account at the Paris Olympics, it completed the tale of inspirational pushback of a young woman against those who nearly drove her out of the sport. Well, she was considered a hot-headed teen who spoke her mind but couldn't walk the talk. By medaling at her first Olympics, Manu showed the world just how steely her nerves could be with India's first shooting medal in 12 years. She actually slotted in a commanding 10.5 and 10.4 on the crucial shots in the final, where male shooters have regularly choked and missed out on medals in previous editions. In the process, she became India's first female shooting medalist. Now, the woman on your screens, as she inspires more youngsters to get into shooting, Manu Bhaker, many say, is also likely to become the face of responsible regulation of weapons and essential for this sport. But in 72 hours, Manu Bhaker matched what it once took India 44 years to do, winning 2 bronze medals. In fact, Rishika, following her recent achievements, over 40 brands have approached Manu Bhaker for endorsements, and we hear that her fee has also quadrupled, to say the least.
Well, Parmeshwar, that's how the market economy works when it comes to stars, doesn't it? Whether it's sporting stars or film stars. But let's make no mistake, it's no surprise why brands want her. I mean, look at her streak at the Olympics, and like you said, trolled heavily when she was just 19 years old for not performing at the Tokyo Games to creating history. It's been such a great run, and rising up after you've been put down and you lose crucial games and then you're trolled and you're questioned. I think it takes a lot of grit and determination to rise above all of that social media chatter and noise. And Manu Bhaker has done it, and done it how. So it is no surprise that the accolades pour in, as do the endorsements. But Manu Bhaker is indeed one of those, future rising stars as far as Indian sports is concerned, as far as shooting is concerned. Like I said, she's opened the tally as far as women in shooting at the Olympics is concerned. She fell short of creating that hat-trick history by just a whisker by coming into the 4th place in her last match. So Manu Bhaker has returned home, and her coach Jaspal Rana also there accompanying her. He's played a very influential role he's played a very influential role in Manu Bhaker's transformation into this double Olympic medalist that has led the National Shooting Federation to consider bringing, this Dronacharya award-winning coach back. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, even as far as Jaspal Rana is concerned. But a quick word on Manu Bhaker as well. I just want to say here that she's an inspiration, really, to all of those aspiring athletes, who may not have done well in the past, but given the comeback that she has staged in this Olympic, I think in these Olympic Games, I think she's also the flag bearer of grit and determination, not just of the tricolor. She's been at it. She has been, put her head down and lay low after the Paris Games, and then what a comeback she staged in this Olympics. Just 22 years old, winning 2 bronze medals in a span of just 3 days at the Paris Games has been an absolute delight for the entire country to watch. So after she secured these twin medals, remember there was a hope that she would win a hat trick. That hope, of course, we'll now leave for another time. But indeed, it's been one of those moments that the entire country has stood up and watched, and the entire country uniting in, the joy of her victory. And that's what you can see there on your screens right now as well, getting that hero's welcome as she comes back. Manu Bhaker returning home along with her coach, her parents at the airport to receive her in New Delhi as she landed this morning, and garlanded with a huge media contingent there to try and get a soundbite, to try and get those images. She's been blessed. She's been greeted with flowers, and of course, even the rains couldn't deter the welcome that she got at the Delhi airport as she landed. We're also told that later this evening, perhaps she will be speaking with the press, so we look forward to hearing from Manu Bhaker. But she is, in a certain sense, one of those women who has, like I said, given hope. But it is also Vinesh Fogart. Remember, we're looking forward to that match this evening. Whether she's been assured a silver, but if she wins the gold, she would have scripted history as well as far as women in wrestling is concerned. So, a lot to look forward to as far as these games are concerned. And there has, been. It's been one of those games where the women really have been shining. And it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out going forward, given the fact that this is just the beginning for a young athlete like Manu Bhaker. The fact that she's also set to be India's flag bearer in the closing ceremony goes a long way to show that the double Olympic medalist has, made her mark and is here to stay.
Rishika, do stay on with us. I'm going to rope in our colleague Vishal Vivek as well, who's been tracking Manu Bhaker's touchdown closely as the champion returns home. Vishal, as Rishika very aptly put it, she's not just a flag bearer of grit and determination. She's a flag bearer for the tricolour. She's created history by winning 2 bronze medals at the Paris Games. And she's also set to be India's flag bearer on the 11th.
That is correct. So we have to know that Manu Bhaker has been leading, the shooting contingent of India for a while now. It's just now that she has won 2 medals at the Olympics. But if you look at the other games, such as the Commonwealth Games, the World Cups, she has been among the top medal contenders for years now. So back in 2016, she had made a mark on the national stage. Then she had gone on to win many medals in the same year and later on the international stage as well. So it's been about 7 to 8 years in coming, and she's just 22, 23 now. So it's a long way to go for her. She's already won 2 bronze medals. She has created history by winning 2 bronze medals at the same Olympics, the first woman to do so from India. And as I mentioned earlier, the shooting contingent can go on for decades. She's just 22 now. There are medal winners in the shooting contingent who are as old as 51 years old. So she has a long way to go. She could become one of the greatest athletes, one of the greatest shooters from India ever. She has already produced a big haul of medals from the same Olympic Games this time. And as I mentioned, she has been winning medals on all the stages. Only Olympics was missing. Now she has, gained a mark there as well, and she has created history. So it's a long time coming. The last time when she went to the Tokyo Olympics, she was a medal hopeful there as well. This time she won it. But if we go back to the last time, she had a falling out with her current coach who, due to some technical glitches in her gun. So that led to a lot of controversy, a lot of backlash. People were saying that she can win on so many stages, but she could not win on the Olympic stage. But this time she has shut down all of her critics, and she has gone on to shine on the international stage, on the biggest stage that an athlete could win ever. So it's a historical moment, and as you can see on the screens, people are welcoming her with garlands, with flowers. So it's a due welcome for her, and the coach is also with her in the same cavalcade that she's a part of. She's at the Delhi airport now, but she'll be going back to Paris to attend the closing ceremony. As you mentioned, she'll be heading the contingent for India. It's a big honor for just a 22-year-old. So it's as I mentioned, and as we have all been reporting, it's a long time coming for a great athlete of India, and she's just 22 now.
Star shooter Manu Bhaker has arrived at home after a historic feat at the ongoing Paris Games. As Vishal and Rishika are reporting, where she became the first Indian in post-independence era to win 2 medals in a single edition of the Olympics. Now, I can share with our viewers that Manu Bhaker will actually head back to Paris on Saturday and will be the female flag bearer of the Indian contingent, as Vishal is also reporting, at the Paris Olympics closing ceremony. That's scheduled for Sunday. But the 22-year-old won a bronze each in the women's 10-meter air pistol and 10-meter air pistol mixed team event, where she had paired with Sarabjot Singh to script Olympic history for the country. I must inform you that before her, British-Indian athlete Norman Pritchard had won 2 silver medals in 200-meter sprint and 200-meter hurdles at the 1900 Olympics, but that achievement had come in the pre-independence era. Star shooter Manu Bhaker, who created history by winning 2 bronze medals at the Paris Games, is set to be India's flag bearer on the 11th of August at the closing ceremony in Paris. In fact, we are aware that she was back in 2019, she was actually trolled, not back in 2019, I beg your pardon, when she was just 19 years old, so that's 3 years ago, Manu Bhaker was actually trolled for failing at the Tokyo Olympics. Now at 22 years, her bronze medal, which opened India's account at the Paris Olympics, completes the tale of inspirational pushback of a young woman against those who nearly drove her out of the sport. She was considered a hot-headed teen who spoke her mind but couldn't walk the talk by medaling at her first Olympics. Manu has showed the world just how steely her nerves could be with India's first shooting medal in 12 years. In fact, she slotted in a commanding 10.5 and 10.4 on the crucial shots in the final, where male shooters have regularly choked and missed out on medals in previous editions. But in the process, she became India's first female shooting medalist. Now, as she inspires more youngsters to get into shooting, Manu Bhaker is also likely to become the face of responsible regulation of weapons, which is absolutely quintessential for this sport. But in 72 hours, Manu Bhaker matched what it once took India 44 years to do, winning 2 bronze medals. Manu Bhaker's journey from the Tokyo Olympics, disappointment to becoming a national sports icon, mirrors the success of Neeraj Chopra as well, whose gold medal in the last Olympic Games elevated him to stardom. We'll keep tracking the latest for you. Taking a quick break for now. Do stay tuned. We're back with the latest in a moment.